Okay, this is gonna be so cringy to edit later because the sound of my voice is gonna sound so strange. I wanted to create this video basically to answer a lot of questions that I would get because I moved to a new country. Oh my god. So yeah. So basically, I moved from Georgia in the United States to Plymouth, England. And yeah, basically, I just wanted to talk about a lot of the questions that I would get when I first moved here and to kind of discuss what I went through personally moving to a new country. So I kind of have like this little layout that I'm gonna try to go off of. It's really vague, just wanted to kind of like talk. So we're just gonna see how this goes. So first of all, moving to a new country did take a lot of planning. Originally, I worked first to save up money to move to a new country. And yeah, so basically I wouldn't come here with like nothing. But you plan for the worst and you just hope the worst doesn't happen. But me moving here was super complicated and I did end up having to deal with a lot of the worst. So first things first, when I first came here, well, back a little bit. So I came here for school. So I'm here for my master's degree and I attend the University of Plymouth. So that's what I'm doing here. And basically when I first came here, I came about 2 weeks before school actually started. So my struggles with coming here was, first of all, I can't seem to go to any other country in the world without my luggage being lost. If I check luggage and I fly internationally, they lose my luggage. I don't know what it is. So I don't know if I mentioned it. I'm pretty sure I did mention it in my Italy vlogs that my luggage got lost on that journey. But so on this journey, my luggage got lost as well. So came here, literally checked 3 bags. Didn't want to check 3 bags, checked 3 bags. I wanted to check 2 and had a carry-on. They ended up checking my carry-on because they like didn't have enough space. They lost all 3 of my bags. I get my bags like 4 or 5 days into me being here and things in my bags are missing. All my bags are like broken open. It's just like part of the worst. So I've had to buy things to replace what I lost because coming to England is cold. Don't know if you guys do that. I came here in September, so it's not like it's summertime, it's cold. I need warm clothes. And the main thing that I did not have in my suitcases anymore were jackets. That's the main thing that they took out of my suitcases were jackets. So I literally just had to kind of buy jackets and they had to reimburse me for everything that was missing. I did not get anything that I was missing back. If that's what you guys want to think, I didn't. That stuff's just gone forever. Try not to dwell on it because it is material things, but I was really upset when it happened. So after that, that was the first struggle. Struggle number 2 was setting up a bank account in this country. So that was like probably one of the hardest things I had to do. I think I had to walk to this bank like 4 times before I could actually get an account set up. Then after I got an account set up, I had to go back to this bank again to like set up the app and everything else. So it was just a lot. And it wasn't like you can just go to any bank and set up a bank account because there's all like a bunch of students here coming at the same time and we all have to make like student accounts. So being a postgraduate student, you don't need an ordinary student account because they want you to be here for like 3-4 years. And my degree is only a year long. This hair. So my degree is only a year long. So I don't get to just make any old student account because they want you to be here for the duration that you say you're going to be here. So I had to go to a bank that let me make a postgraduate account. And also it was difficult because of the fact that some banks had waiting times for you to go. So the bank that I was making a bank account with literally had like appointments set up. They're like, oh, you can come in next week, stuff like that. a lot of the banks were like, oh, you have to wait 3 months before we have an availability for you to come in for a meeting. Now, that wasn't gonna work because I was using my US accounts, my US cards, and those charge international fees. You keep on using those just all willy-nilly. So I really wanted to set up an account immediately. But that was struggle number 2. Struggle number 3 was converting money from US dollars to Great British pounds, and from Great British pounds to US dollars. Now, it took me a minute to figure out. I think it wasn't really like an issue, it just took me some time to figure it out. So once I figured out how the whole PayPal situation was gonna work, like, you think it'd just be an easy thing to do just to convert money, but everything wants to charge you to do everything these days, and I was trying to find the cheapest method to do it without having to throw a lot of money out to just convert my money into another form. So if you guys thought like, oh, you could just transfer it from one bank account to another, your bank's probably the most expensive way of converting money, and that's just not the way I was trying to go about it at all. So I ended up using PayPal. You have to make like 1,000 PayPal accounts for every time you have a different currency, and that's just my method now. They still charge me, I still have to pay PayPal, but it's a lot cheaper than using your bank to transfer or wire money, because that was just a whole pain. But other than that, after I got settled, moved in, everything was kind of chill. It was good after that, and my 4th issue would probably just be like making friends, getting adjusted, and that always just happens with time, so I wasn't really worried about that. But getting settled into a new country overall, no matter where you go, so I moved to another English-speaking country, so you wouldn't think that it'd be that difficult to just kind of hop in and move with the culture. But no, there's a lot of differences, especially like, so now I joke around and I tell everyone like, yeah, like I speak 2 forms of English, American English and UK English, because there's so many different words that I had to learn. There's so many different accents here that I'm just not used to. Like, I've been here since September, it's February, and I literally still be talking to my friends or course mates and things, and it literally would just be like, what did you say? What? And they'll be like, and they'll have to just like say it in a different term so I can understand them. And it's not on purpose, it's just some of these accents are just very different. But yeah, so it's not bad, but there are a lot of different words, like just to think of words on top of my head. In the US, it's arugula. Here it's called rocket. Just like food wise, in the US it's an eggplant, here it's an aubergine, just strange. In the US it's the letter Z, here it's the letter Z, and don't get me started on that because that letter just doesn't exist to me here. There's no Z. But yeah, so it's just a lot of things I have to learn just to communicate. So another difference between here and home would be the weather. It's so funny because when I first came here in September, like I said, they lost my luggage, so I literally didn't have any other clothes. Only shoes I had were I had other clothes because I was smart about it. In my backpack I had extra outfit, I had like a toothbrush, I had like all of my essentials in my backpack because like I said, every time I leave the country they lose my luggage, so I was already preparing for the worst. But I did not prepare shoe-wise for the rain, so literally all I had was my slides. And I had to like go on campus when I first got here to like pick up my residency card and like things like that just so I can like be approved to be in the country. And I had to walk up there in slides and socks in the pouring rain. So that was a lot of fun. That was just terrific. Yeah, so it was just something that I had to just like deal with until I got my luggage finally. And even after getting my luggage and I had all my shoes, there was still stuff missing, so I still had to go to the store and buy stuff like jackets, because like I said, I was missing like basically all of my jackets, all of my coats, my hoodies, like all of that was gone. So yeah, the weather is very different here, and it's very funny because the first couple of days I came here it was pouring rain, and then like the next week it was just beautiful, sunny, a little bit warm, and I was like, oh, this is so nice. And we had our international orientation week, so we were here before like all the rest of the students, And then everyone kept joking, talking about, welcome to sunny Plymouth, you're gonna enjoy your time. And I'm like, they're saying that like it's a joke, but I'm not understanding, because it actually is sunny outside. Like, it's very warm, it's very sunny, it's nice. And they're just like, you just wait. So I was like, y'all are being weird, okay. But no, after those couple of days, after that sunny week, it literally was just rain. Like the rest of September, rain. And everyone thought I was joking. I was talking on the phone. They're like, oh, how's the weather over there? I'm like, it rained every day for like 2 weeks, at least 5 minutes a day. And they were like, no, it didn't. And I was like, it really did. Like, it seriously did. So it was a big adjustment. I'm used to it now. Like, everywhere I went for a while, I carried an umbrella in my bag and I had a rain jacket on. But in Plymouth, it's very windy. It's not like it's very easy to just pull out an umbrella and be like, I'm gonna use this umbrella. No, it'll flip out inside out like really quick. So I don't have an umbrella anymore, mine broke. So now I just go out with a rain jacket on every day. If I don't wear it, I pack it in my bag. It has to have a jacket with a hood, something, because otherwise you just walk in the rain, and that's just kind of what you have to deal with. But yeah, so I've just gotten used to that. Usually you can't win. It's just, there's water everywhere all the time, so that's just usually how it is. Another big difference between the US and here would be the food. That was like my biggest thing when I first got here to adjust to. I think I'm actually still adjusting. I can't even say that I'm fully adjusted. It's just not the easiest thing to adjust to. The portion sizes are smaller. I came here during the period when they implemented this sugar tax, so everything that you want that has sugar and it costs extra. Nothing is as sweet. You go to McDonald's and you want a milkshake, just don't do it. Just don't do it. So I don't get milkshakes from McDonald's. They recently opened a Five Guys. That's where I go to get my milkshakes. Yeah, it's just, I was always hungry. Portion sizes are a lot smaller here, so I was always hungry. Like, I would literally eat and just be like, man, I can't wait till my next meal, because I'll just be so hungry. It's just the portion sizes. Like, you don't realize how different it is. Like, in the States, they give us a lot of food, and probably isn't healthy how much I'm used to eating, but that's just what I was used to. So when I first got here, I did drop a couple pounds just from the portion size difference. And then when it came to like eating sweets and things, I didn't even know what sweets to buy, so I wasn't eating much sugar. But the longer I've been here, the more that my lovely friends here have been making me try British foods, British snacks, and I've been finding some things that I do actually like, and now I buy them like on a regular, and I'm snacking on those. So I'm kind of getting used to the smaller portion sizes, so by the time I go back to the States, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be the one that's like getting full so quick versus like all my friends. But yeah, so that's another thing I was like definitely had to get used to. And also a lot of some of the stuff that I eat took some getting used to, because it is a bit more bland. A lot of the places you go to is a bit more bland than what I'm used to, like from the South. Like, season everything, everything's just extra flavorful. So to come here and things are kind of bland, it's just, I'll eat and I just be like, oh, I'm kind of disappointed. And it's not like it's a bad thing, it's just like, all right, well, it's whatever. So I wouldn't really get excited to try to figure out food. That was one thing that became a chore for a little while. Like, I've adjusted now. I'm like in a good place with everything now. But some of the benefits that I found from moving and living in a different country thus far, I still have quite a while to go, but so far I've put myself in a very uncomfortable situation, and I found comfort in it. So this is just another way for me to step out of my comfort zone and to be able to just find comfort. Like, they always tell you that like once you're in your comfort zone, you have to like push yourself out of it again. This was definitely a big jump out of my comfort zone. So for me to come here and do all this, I'm like really proud of myself. So definitely finding comfort in a very uncomfortable situation. Still a good thing though. I've learned how things are different, learned how to communicate with different people. It just kind of like makes you more well-rounded to be around different people, a different culture, a different way of living. Just especially like a better understanding a little bit of the world. So like you can tell from my channel, like my previous videos, if you watch those videos, you can see I like to travel, like just experience different cultures, like to talk to different people. And I can plan to continue doing that, which is why I kind of created the channel. Really, it's just like a little safe haven for me to post all my videos. So if I ever want to come back and just like watch videos of me from the past, or like share those with my family and friends, then this is like the easiest way to do that and not have to like lose videos somewhere. So posting them all on YouTube is like the easiest thing. I was so bad in my previous vlogs, but in the future I think I'm gonna get better. So I was gonna also answer some very common questions I got when I moved. So the number one question I would get is, do you miss home? Do you miss the United States? And the answer is yes and no. Do I miss like America in general? It's like not really. But do you miss home as in like my family and my friends and some of the food? Yes. The vibes with all your friends and like my family. Like I didn't go home for Christmas this year, so it's like I know I like miss my usual traditions of seeing my friends and family. Christmas Eve with my best friend, and then Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving is like my favorite holiday. So I had to miss Thanksgiving this year, but it's okay because I'll go home and visit soon. As far as like just missing it there in general, I've been kind of on like the outside of the drama lately, and I can't even say that I'm upset about that. I'm like a little bit distant from all the craziness that was going on, and it kind of is like kind of relaxing when it comes to terms of like you could just focus on school and not have to worry about everything that's happening outside. So I do enjoy that aspect big time. So the second most common question I would get would be, how is school? School is stressful. School is tiring. I occasionally question why I chose to get a master's, but I passed my first semester. I got all B's. We're doing all right. So I can't say I regret my decision. I'm definitely pushing forward to the end. Definitely want to get my master's and graduate, and after this I can dip and I can go travel some more. And if you watch my videos, you'll see that then. Another question I get, cause people would tell me this before I even left. They'd be like, oh, you're gonna go to England, you're gonna get married out there, and you're just gonna live out there forever. So question being, would I stay in England after I graduate? Answer to that is no. No. Okay, as great as this experience is, I do not think I would stay here. And the main number one reason for that is being the weather. I need some heat, I need some sun, I need to walk outside at night in like my shorts and my flip-flops and just be like, oh, it feels great out here. Like, it's always cold. And I know I've only been here since September, the summer's coming, but I've talked to enough people to know that summer here is not the same as summer in Georgia. So, and then winter had here last way too long. I feel like it's been winter literally since September. Like I came here in September when it was nice. I mean, yeah, it was nice and warm in Georgia, and came here, and as soon as I got off the plane, I was cold, and I've been cold ever since. Even those sunny days that we had in September, where it was like nice and sunny, and I was like, the weather's so nice. What are you guys talking about? Sunny Plymouth. I was still wearing hoodies. I bought hoodies and wore those hoodies. It was warm and cold. Sun was out and it was cold. Warm for a little bit, still wore the hoodie. Didn't trust it. Got cold at night. I walked in storms. This is just weather alone makes it just not the place for me. I need some sun. I need some sun. More sun. And another question I get, not the most common, that's why it's the last one, but it is, would you move to another country again? And the answer is yes. I'm already trying to. I want to live somewhere else. I'm not done, and I do definitely want to just travel to visit other countries, like so many more countries. Like I want to visit as many countries as I can. Like traveling is like everything. So I definitely want to keep on going and doing that. But that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. I just kind of give like an update on me and living in a different country because I made such a big move, and I know that every time I talk to people they tend to ask the same questions. So I figured even those who like don't talk to me enough to ask me these questions could watch this video and get a little, I don't know, update. If you're ever thinking about moving to a different country, then use me as your guinea pig. You can watch my video. So yeah, it's great. Yep, so that's it for this video. Bye.